Hello and welcome to the 20 double. In this channel I've started off with $20 and I'm seeing how high I can get those $20 to go. Currently our $20 are worth $70.42. So I still consider this just the beginning of the channel, and I think that potentially I could get these $20 to be worth thousands someday. And I would love if you would join me along for the ride. So whether if you want to join me, or if you just want to help me out, if you want to like, subscribe, comment, that helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. Thank you for that. So getting into the video, let me just say that I started off this channel by trading Bitcoin, and I think that I might no longer be doing that. I like the risk in trading something a little bit more volatile. It's more dangerous, of course, but the reward ratio is much higher. You have a much higher reward too. So I kind of dig it for this channel. I feel like there should be a little bit of danger. And that being said, this is not financial advice. I'm saying it right now. This is risky what I'm doing. So you should not be trading more than you are willing to lose. Let me just say that. So if we take a look at our charts here, I want to show you, before I explain my current position, which is pretty obvious, but I'll explain it in a bit. I want to just explain two things. The first thing is that after we did our trade earlier today, we got this convergence here, and I was able to map out this huge resistance going from back here, because it is back in play. So we had a wick perfectly to this resistance over here, and then another one here, second one, and then a third one. And then if we look at what happened today, we actually broke above this resistance for a second. Well, we wicked to it first. This green one here, wicked to it first. Then we broke above. We touched this resistance from earlier today. You can't make this up. I haven't changed my charts at all. This is exactly how it played out. And then we went below it, and then we wicked to it one more time. So I think that would make it like the fifth or the sixth time that we wicked to this resistance. And some resistances, you can just look at them on the large scale and you can tell, like, yeah, that's a major resistance. If we break above this right now, you can expect it to be a major move, and that would be great news for all of you guys who bought in over here, and over here. That'll be great. So what the bad news that I currently see is that this is the local low, the local bottom. Let's put it that way, because obviously, you know, the price has been lower than this before, but all that back there is not in play at the moment. We have to work with what's in front of us, what's in play right now, and we can see that this is clearly a resistance. We've touched it once and then like 20 freaking times over here. So the bad news is that we are hovering right above it so much, and it's almost like it really wants to break below. And if you look at our trade from earlier today, which is inside of this wedge right here, look how we hover above this line, poop to the top, and then we hover above this line until we finally broke through. So it almost looks like we do want to break through the bottom here, but I'm hopeful. I really want the best for everyone that bought way up there. I'm hopeful that we'll break towards the top, but we'll see what happens. That's the first thing I wanted to tell you. The second thing is that our trade earlier today, I bought in a short right around here, and I sold that short probably somewhere around here. And this green pole that you see represents that trade roughly. Actually, I bought on a little bit lower. It was around here, but I've extended this pole, and I'm going to show you why. So my actual trade happened between like here and maybe around here, and so I'm going to extend it a little bit more. And the reason for that is because today I made 75% profit, right, on this one trade. 75%. So I've extended my pole about 25%. It's not exact, but it's probably pretty close. So because I've extended it 25%, this would mean 100% profit if that did happen. So this pole here is symbolic of 100% of my investment. Whether I am working with $50, $70, $1,000, $10,000, if I long or I short it, if the price moves this much, That is 100% of my profit. So let's say that this thing were to break to the bottom and I were to short it and it would move that much, and I would expect it to be honest. I could make 100% profit. That's great. But the point that I'm making is this. If there's a fake out, or I call something wrong, or I miss anything, or some guy in China decides to buy 100 billion DogeCoins at that moment, and it just pumps up and there's nothing I could do about it, this would mean losing everything. So once I'm liquidated, my exchange will just close my position and say, you lost everything. Doesn't matter if the price goes down later, it goes down past where you thought it was. Once you pass this, it's all gone, it's all over. So I'm basically just telling you this so that you maybe you can visualize the risk a little bit, and you can understand why this is dangerous. So like look at how many places you can fit this green pole in. Like, look, I could have lost everything right there if I would have called it wrong. Or this drop over here, technically, even though this happened over a long period of time, that was it. Or look, how about this one? Look at that. This spans only 3 candles, and these are 5-minute candles, so this is 15 minutes. I could lose everything in less than 15 minutes. Less than 15 minutes. I can lose everything. So this is just why you should be careful. I just wanted to show you guys that. But anyways, we are nearing the end of our triangle here, and I am getting ready to make a trade. And I think that I think for this trade, if we break towards the top, I might go all in. I might go all in. But if we break towards the bottom, I don't know how much lower this price wants to go, especially because if we take a look at a larger time scale, look at all this confluence that there is over here. This is tough resistance right here. There's a lot of resistance, and if you follow this line to where we are now, you can see that this also lines up with where we bottomed out just a few minutes ago. So if we do go lower, we might get a higher low and then bounce up, or we might break through this and really go down, but I'm not counting on that right now. I think that if we were to go lower, it's a riskier move than if we were to go higher right now. That being said, I don't want to miss out on my move, so it's actually, the price is moving to the upside, so this is good for everyone who bought way up there. I really hope that we get back to those levels, so that, not so that you guys can just sell off, but so that you guys can start getting in the rhythm of not just buying and holding if that's not what you want to do. I feel like, I don't know, personally, I feel like, I don't know if that's the best idea with DogeCoin. I don't know. It might be. But I think that something you might want to consider is technical analysis and trading on a play-by-play basis. You might want to consider that, just saying. But anyways, the last thing I'm gonna say before I let you go and I skip forward to whenever the move does happen is that this is a pre-recorded video, but I am planning on doing these live someday. I just want to build up an audience first. So once I get like maybe 20 subscribers or so, I'll probably take my videos live, and you can tick the little bell, and when I upload a new video, you can be informed, you can log in with me, and we can appreciate and learn from what's happening in front of us, and we can kind of analyze the market together, and we can talk, and it'll be a good time. So definitely do that. It would help me out. And so now I'm just going to flash forward to whenever a breakout of this triangle does happen. It's breaking, so it's breaking a little bit, but I'm not gonna be so quick to jump into it. I want like a better confirmation first. I think that a closing of this candle might be the confirmation that I'm looking for. I also don't want it to go too high up without me either, you know. So depending on how this looks, I'll decide if I'm gonna jump in or not. Okay, so we're closing our first candle outside of this. That's great. This might just fall back in, by the way. But I'm looking for a continuation. It's retesting right now. Let's see what it does. So we have currently fallen back into our triangle and are pushing on the bottom resistance. So I'm pretty happy I didn't buy back here, which just comes to show, you know, don't buy immediately, wait a little bit and kind of make sure that this thing really is pumping and taking off before you buy in. So we're starting to break along the top side of this triangle again, and I think what I want to look for, I want to make sure before I jump in this, I think I want to make sure that we break this, because that is popping out to me a little bit. Alright, so we are pushing against this resistance now, and we are really pushing up against it. I think I'm getting ready to jump in. There we go, pushing up against it again, and we're going through. I'm going to jump into this. At least I'm almost about to jump into it. I'm taking a look at it over here. No, I will. Okay. Come on. There we go. So I think that maybe I did get a little bit too emotional. We did go up above this line for a second, but I didn't wait long enough because immediately after I entered my trade, we started going below it again. And I've extended this triangle line here because I know this is strong resistance. And if it goes below this, that's when I will exit my position. But yeah, so far it's looking a little wishy-washy. A chart should never look this complex. I think I kind of messed up by going in today. You know, I got excited because it was such a major resistance, and maybe because of that, I shouldn't have gone in, even though I saw that there wasn't really much of a reaction here when it did finally cross this line. So this was totally my fault, and who knows, you know, it could just be that it's getting rid of sales and it's about to pump up, but it's looking kind of bad right now. I'm not liking it. Okay, there you have it, guys. Today we closed our first position that's at a loss. We closed at $22 loss. So technically for the day of today, I've still made $8, but yeah, I don't like how that's looking. It's looking really bad. I bought in too soon. I bought in over here. We passed our resistance and I said, oh, it's definitely going to go higher, but I was wrong. So yeah, that kind of sucks, you know, but oh well. So yeah, the trades will go on, and I will be a little bit more careful next time, and I hope to make up for my losses today. Thanks for watching.